O.J. Simpson back in the news once again. I made a video the other day about how he talked about how he received the COVID-19 vaccination and how Twitter went crazy, which is absolutely hilarious. If you scroll back a couple of videos, you'll see that one, so go check that out. But he's back in the news again today. The headline reads on TMZ.com, Fred Goldman, OJ's only paid $132,000 in wrongful death suit, but he owes millions. You'll remember, when was he acquitted? 1995, 1996. He was acquitted in a criminal court, found not guilty for the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, but then found liable in a civil suit for the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. I will link the story in the description below, but the story goes on to state on TMZ, O.J. Simpson is still deep in the hole to the Goldman family, only paying, man, they got it right down to the penny, $132,849.53, despite reportedly owing more than $70 million. I'm going to assume that's with interest because I believe he was only ordered to pay something like $33 million, but over time that number would go up if he hasn't paid. It's all according to new court documents filed by Fred Goldman in Nevada in the hopes of collecting from the ex-NFL star in the state where Simpson now lives. He moved out of Florida. He moved to Florida because Florida has a law where they can't take your home, no matter how much money you owe, bankruptcy, all that stuff, sued like this, they can't take your house. I didn't realize he now moved to Nevada. Maybe not. Maybe Nevada has the same rule. I don't know. Back in 1997, OJ was ordered to pay $33.5 million to the Goldman family after he was found liable for the killing of Ron Goldman, who was slashed to death along with Nicole Brown Simpson in Brentwood, California in 1994. Simpson never spent any time in jail for those crimes because, of course, he was found not guilty and criminal. With civil cases, it's only money. You don't spend any time in prison. But Simpson did go to jail in 2007 for armed robbery, but in 2018 he was released. Fred Goldman claimed OJ had resumed making money from signing autographs for collectors, and he wasn't handing over the proceeds to satisfy the judgment. So he filed new court documents in Nevada to keep the heat on Simpson, who regularly flaunts a carefree life on social media, which shows him bouncing around from golf course to golf course, which is 100% true. If you follow him or watch his Twitter, he's never not playing golf. It's clear Goldman believes OJ has more money than Simpson claims to have, and I'm sure OJ's doing okay. And he's hoping this move will shake some of that cash loose. So OJ and Ron Goldman's dad, Fred Goldman, going back at it again. And man, you can't blame Fred Goldman. He lost his son in those horrible, horrible crimes that happened in 1994. And he should get the money that he's owed. I mean, it's not going to bring his son back, but it's just a crazy, crazy situation that, I don't know. What do you believe? There are so many different theories. I've actually rewatched recently, it's on YouTube, the entire court case. That's what I did during quarantine here. Rewatched the entire court case of the O.J. Simpson trial of the century. And it's insane. I watched it too originally, but I was like 13 years old back then, so my knowledge and my grasp of the situation probably wasn't the greatest. But rewatching it now, it's absolutely insane. What do you think of OJ getting off in a criminal court, but then getting found guilty in civil court, doing no time in jail for it, and then going to prison? You ever hear that story where he was in Vegas and he was trying to steal back his own memorabilia? There's a documentary out on that as well, and it's very, very good. Just a crazy story. But what do you think of all of that? I don't think Ron Goldman's dad, Fred Goldman, is unfortunately going to get that money, but it's definitely worth trying, and I hope he does get it. It's just a crazy situation.